Mm. How's the mood? Huh? Uh, just went to top crop. Just went to top crop and got a more resin. Mm.
Hi. Oh, my name's Erin. I'm a really big fan and I'm really excited to see both of you. I'm a little stressed because I feel like I could ask about, gun violence. I could ask about anti-Semitism on campus. But I feel like with an opportunity like this, I would really appreciate some personal advice. I'm here at the University of Pittsburgh as a social work major and I'm really passionate about it. However, I have found that I'm leaning a little bit more Republican, and I feel like I come at a standstill with that. And I really just want to get your advice moving forward for myself. There's some obvious things I think you can think that would conflict, obviously. I guess that's kind of my question. What advice do you have for me as a Republican aspiring social worker?
What would conflict?
I don't know like how to say it properly.
I think I can help. The social work industry is very much about a perspective generally of that people in poverty are there permanently and not trying to break people out of poverty into the middle class or higher levels.
Right.
And that's why the Democrat Party and social work are very intertwined.
Right, exactly.
They view poverty not as a series of choices, but as a station in life that is immovable largely.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say. That's why my personal focus is on the children in underprivileged communities, because I personally feel like they don't choose to be put in that position. But I'm having a little bit of a difficult time empathizing with the older generation of underprivileged, and not in every community, but I don't know how to not sound bad. I know you are great at not sounding bad when you say stuff, but I don't want to say something that'll get me in trouble.
Well, here's one way to look at it. And Charlie, that was helpful, actually. The Great Society from Lyndon Johnson. It was a series of policies that were designed to help underprivileged communities.
Right.
They hurt the very people they were supposed to help.
How?
Well, the reality is it created dependence on government. So you have a lot of single mothers, for example, that are paid more
Yes.
money not to have a man in the house than to have a man in the house because of the way the math of these aid programs
What do you
work.
mean?
Well, often the way the math of the aid is calculated is if you have an earning husband in the household, that actually causes you to disqualify for forms of federal aid
Right.
that were designed to help you.
Right.
But actually, the best way to get kids in your own household ahead is in a two-parent household, because if you're raised in a two-parent household, you're less likely to end up in jail, less likely to end up in poverty, more likely to graduate from high school. So one of the ways that, if you're asking for advice, I would say for the people around you, even who might lean left, you can recognize their intentions come from a good place.
Absolutely.
But the policies of their leaders have actually betrayed the very people they were supposed to help. And you can let them know, because I believe this is genuinely true. Not just the Republican Party, but our conservative movement. We care about lifting people up from poverty. We just care about actually doing it rather than talking about it. That's
And
what I would say.
the other thing I'll say is that we as conservatives believe that if you're in poverty, it's largely because of values, not because of lack of stuff.
Like what values?
Not saving money, spending all of your money in your paycheck as you get it, for example. Abandoning your spouse after impregnating them. Not
Gotcha,
not spending
Gamer
all of your
Jam.
money
How's
on
it going,
alcohol and
buddy?
drugs and instead opening a 401k. So values are the number one predictor.
Yeah, there's a lot more
entering the middle
conservative,
class. And there's a great
you know,
book called Life at the Bottom. You should read it.
boot
By
puller
Theodore
uppers.
Dalrymple, who's a social worker in the United Kingdom. It's
Well,
called
there's a
Life
certain
at the
amount of
Bottom,
that's
where he
important
got into
too.
social work because he wanted to help people, and he realized it was not a lack of stuff. It wasn't lack of housing, lack of food stamps. It was that their value system was one.
You have to be able to help
that
yourself in a lot
kept
of
them poor.
situations.
So yeah, really quick,
You
then
know?
I want to get to the next
I'm
question.
just struggling because in all of my social work classes right now, they're talking about all of those things. And
They're wrong.
So what do I do? I'm trying to learn about what I want to
It's sad,
do.
but it's true.
I think you need to stay in social work because you're called to do it. But there's an amazing amount of literature from Thomas Sowell to Shelby Steele to Theodore Dalrymple that get down to actual root causes of poverty, which is not lack of stuff, but is worldview. And I
Thank
think
you.
that'd be super helpful.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Trump 2024.
Yes, you want a hat? Thank you. Yes, great. Thank you.
So Dragon Age, apparently this has been a very controversial thing online. And so they introduced their character creator to combat. Here we go.
Our gods are back. Our gods. How do we stand against that?
After 10 years, we're now just a little over a month away from playing Dragon Age The Veilguard. I played a hefty...
I actually didn't realize that it was coming out in over a month. So we're going to be playing this. Oh my God. Wow. We're not playing? Oh, I'm playing this game 100%. Absolutely, I'm playing. Do you really think I would miss an opportunity to play a game like this? Are you insane?
7 hours of BioWare's first original game since Anthem in 2019, and...
Anthem. How's Anthem doing? Did they take it off Steam? Never was on Steam? Oh, okay. I'm sure there's a lot of people playing it then.
fourth mainline installment in the Dragon Age series, starting with the prologue and later loaded into several different saves. As a longtime fan, what I'll say is 10 years is a very long time, but so far, what I'll say is 10 years. But so far, the Veilguard hasn't disappointed.
It hasn't disappointed. That's right.
I've never seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
Now, I could talk to you about the combat,
Yeah.
and I will, or the gorgeous locales, that's coming too, or the way it felt, or
I'm
the
sorry, guys.
gorgeous locales.
Am I the only person that looks at this and I think that this is below standard? Like your average Unreal slot. Souls like rug pull NFT game has better graphics than this.
Know about the movie?
That's coming too, or the way it felt to see Varric and Solus again.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Or I could skip straight to the character creator and start with,
All right, let's see it.
there's so much hair. Look, I loved Dragon Age Inquisition.
No, I don't want to see this fucking shit. Because every single time that they have a bunch of hairstyles, it's like 5 hairstyles for men and 55 hairstyles for women. There's bald, short, fade, long hair, balding. That's basically it. Oh,